There we go. So, on the top left corner of Dragon Scales, we have the sort of Protoss player in red for PigPan. Unfortunately, it is SewerBadger.
And in the bottom right corner, we have our green Terran player. It is Chris. Are we going with Chris? What do we want to call this person?
TryChris, maybe?
TryChris? Okay.
TryChris is decent enough as a name. I don't mind too much. Usually,
It just said Chris haha on the graphic, so I wasn't sure.
yeah, because that's the name I think he uses on Discord. TryChris. Chris?
Chris.
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 Okay.
Okay, so Chris is listening to the...
Are you listening to the cast? Because that's highly illegal.
Yeah, I don't think you should be doing that.
While on the high ground, that's gonna be actually, it's not.
Oh, we have a forge. We have a forge, by the way.
Oh no!
I wasn't paying attention. We have a forge. Yeah, Chris, if you're listening, then you know what's happening, so you shouldn't be listening.
Yeah, never listen to the cast of the game you're playing.
Like, if you didn't know there was a forge, now you know that's kind of not fair. Now you know, though. Here's the first cannon. And there's the lower depot. Chris needs to get down and start working on the pylon, the cannon, although taking away the high ground's good, too.
Yeah, taking the high ground pylon will deny most of the problems here. That's why you usually don't want to cannon rush a Terran.
Right.
As a matter of fact. Marine will be able to shoo away the cannon, especially because it's not powered yet. And the probe will give high ground vision, but it's not giving vision to anything that attacks. We have two photon cannons on the low ground.
Well, if you kill this Marine, he can sneak up there and try to build another building. Although the second Marine's out now. He needs another probe here to do anything. This is just going to be a contain at this point, I guess.
He will need a zealot. The gateway was way too late, and we had two secondary photon cannons instead of just one, because it would have been one photon cannon for extra defense measures and then a gateway. We have three Marines trying to deal as much damage as possible to that pylon. We won't be able to dislodge the photon cannons, as a matter of fact, but he will just be slowed down by TryChris. Oh, there's one man there.
I'd love to see SewerBadger take an expansion here, because this is not going to last for much longer.
Yes, and I mean the cannon rush has been denied already. Basically, just have zealots at this point. We need to see something else from SewerBadger, who's next. Gateway.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I was about to say we're not researching Warpgate yet, and oh we are. Just lucky enough, because we will need it. It's a little bit late again, but we don't really have too many resources as SewerBadger at the moment.
TryChris is starting the command center, almost done now, or halfway done anyway, so at least isn't overreacting to this cannon rush and thinking that it's super all in.
Yeah, it's pretty clear it's not all in anyway, because we saw the when the first probe died, we didn't have any secondary probes. We just had like 3 cannons and 2 pylons. It was not too heavy of a deal. Now we do have the first siege tank, which will be able to basically destroy every single cannon without any sort of issues.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, TryChris doesn't really know what's back here. All he sees is the 2 cannons, so it's easy to overreact to this. So I'm just glad that, you know, for TryChris, he's got this command center. And here comes the tank.
One thing I'll say about SewerBadger is that he is going very up in tech with the vet. That tank was
Right on the other side of the map here. This tank just got taken down.
That tank was not in the right position to do anything. I'm pretty sure you would be able to reach from the high ground, or if not, you need to defend it with your Marines. Do not move a tank alone. That's one thing you should never do.
And that's big too, because that denies his command center so much longer from getting down. He's got to wait for the second tank to get out and then make sure he defends this one. Here's the second tank. Let's see what happens with this one.
All right. Let's see. And it reaches sort of. Oh, it reaches both.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's way easier. Now, with that insanity gone, what are we left with? We have a SewerBadger on 2 phases that doesn't really have an army, and is going +1 armor of all things.
Is up 9 workers, so that's good.
Okay, and now I'm just confused. Why would you go for glaives and then go into dark
glaives and a dark shrine? All right. Well, we don't have an eBay yet, so
I mean,
you know the dark shrine could do some serious damage.
There was a build that had like Dark Templars and Zealots. You needed to research +1 armor first, then get charge and DT Blink. What you would do is you would use the 1 base armor from the DT to sandwich the Terran units against your Zealots and basically make up a force field that deals 40 damage a hit. I wonder if he's still listening to the stream, because that's a missile turret. It's a very random missile turret.
Very sus turret, isn't it?
Very sus.
It's like, oh, he doesn't have an eBay. eBay starts. Oh, we won't accuse him here. Just assume he's big branding it.
That's the most random move out I've seen in my life, but a move out nonetheless.
It's our glaives timing here, our 7:15 glaives timing. 3 DTs warping in.
Yeah, they're probably warping in at home.
Back at home, yeah.
Do have a double drop coming at the same time.
Oh boy.
This means this will be painful. At the very
Oh, the
least.
drop turns around though. The drop turns around.
Still, the tanks are not able to do anything, and they're getting destroyed. A very costly
That's
engagement
nice.
by the Protoss, but he killed some very key tech units.
Yeah, if we can hit a charge follow-up, this wouldn't be too bad for SewerBadger, because like you said, he's denied the tanks.
But we don't have any supporting for the Protoss forces on the other side of the map. We don't have a robotics facility for the warping, for the fast warpings of Warp Prism, nor we do have a proxy pylon, which is a very big issue for our Protoss player. Still, we do have a good move out for turn. It would be if we scanned. Can we have a scan?
Oh, someone in chat was telling us that Chris started the eBay before, so apologies for that.
It was very sus though, from my point of view.
Big brain Chris. Okay, where are we at here? 45 to 41 workers. 2 base for Terran. Do we have a 3rd command center started yet? Yes. Almost done. I feel like Protoss is in a okay spot.
We've not managed to stabilize, but we still have a worker disadvantage for... Oh god.
Well, we're 2-0, right?
Yeah. This one is better. Oh, it's...
Zealots running up here. At this point, it kind of seems like with this army, Protoss, the best they can do is just try to deny a 3rd base from taking. Hey, it looks like Chris doesn't realize there's DTs in this army.
It's
either that or no scan.
Do we have energy for a scan?
We do, yeah, in the main.
Yeah. 94 energy. We have lots of missile turrets all around TryChris bases, and I really would love to see warp Prism though, because even if there are missile turrets, with DT Blink especially, you just blink on the turrets, they simply disappear.
Speaking of Blink, DT Blink coming up. We also have Templar Archive starting. Maybe wants to get into Storm since he already has Archon tech.
Right, the army from TryChris is getting a little bit scary, and I don't think that the SewerBadger really has an answer unless TryChris forgets how to press scan and just has the army getting demolished by DTs all the time. I don't see any way out of this.
Protoss is ahead on upgrades, about to be ahead 2 upgrades actually.
Yes, he is absolutely ahead in upgrades, but that's a lot of value, and they're cutting the Zealots very well.
Oh, if only he had, if he had Blink DT already, that would have been a really good fight.
Yeah.
But
Would have been the build not the build, but the theory I'm talking about.
10 seconds away from finishing.
A little bit of a desperation move to try and go into Stalkers at the moment, but we have to see something from SewerBadger, because he's about to fall off very hard. He's trying one last ditch effort into the main base, but the sensor turret scouts his movement. The Liberators are not even needed. We don't have detection though, which is killing TryChris once more. Finally going into the missile turret safety, but I wonder if SewerBadger could have just again blinked on the missile turret. We had one an additional missile turret behind that, so it would have not been smart by any means, but it would have been fun.
Yeah, now it really seems like TryChris is taking a pretty strong lead. Just spent the big chunk of his bank as well, so
yeah. Also, we see Terran again ahead in eco, which is not good by any means for the Protoss player. 4th CC is gonna finish before the 4th of SewerBadger, and at the same time we have another addition to the production facilities, which will mean that TryChris doesn't even care about losing army anymore, because he's got so much more production than his opponent, and SewerBadger is still going for this very ramshackle army of DTs and Zealots, which works very well in the earlier stages of the game, but at this point, with this much value and this big of a viable, I don't think it's viable anymore.
here comes TryChris onto that forward base as the Liberator sieges up. Here's a big fight. He needs no scan. It's the best chance for SewerBadger is no scan. He can win this fight.
I just need my...
We need the blink. Blink!
Come on,
Blink! Oh no, there's the scan! Blink! Blink!
Oh
He's still winning the fight.
He's winning the fight, I'm impressed.
Oh my gosh, Zealot's so good. DT's so good. Remember, he's got that upgrade lead too. He's got 2 upgrade leads still. 2-2 against 1-1.
DT's trying their best. They're gonna kill another tank. Not actually. Tank lead.
Oh, SewerBadger crushing the 3rd base though. So many SCVs going down. He's getting back into this game right now.
What the hell am I looking at? We have the liftoffs from both the 3rd and the potential 4th. Actually, no liftoff. This base will burn.
SewerBadger has taken a supply lead, I think, for the first time in this game.
I am impressed.
Down 30 supply moments ago.
That was the worst engagement that we could have seen from TryChris. At the same time, we didn't see too much from SewerBadger. He had multiple occasions to just blink on his opponent and crush the army, but it was not necessary, because it turns out if you're invisible and your opponent doesn't have any detection and doesn't want to use scans, you cannot be killed, simply put.
I love SewerBadger's position now. 4th base is up.
Preparing. Yeah, TryChris still isn't too far behind after that that push. I will call that a push.
Yeah, I'd love to see a transition too. for SewerBadger.
We have High Templars as an option. I don't think we have Storm Research. No, we don't. I didn't see that coming.
It's got a Robo Bay as well, so you can start making disruptors, which would be great here.
We could have all sorts of VOE, but at the same time we have a Defiance on going into anything that's not a DT or a Zealot.
Yeah, who needs AoE when we can just blink DTs on your army? All right.
Alright.
Look at this army.
Another huge
What am I
engagement.
watching?
We need to blink! Come on, blink!
Blink! No scan. All right, there's the scan.
Still, the army is
think you
getting
need to-
demolished.
Yeah, it's back in the tanks though. Ooh, the tank line.
The tank line is huge though, and that forces SewerBadger to disengage. But let's not forget that that was a push from TryChris, which has been forced back once more. I mean, I think he's still there by the thread of something. I don't even know what, but he's hanging by a thread, and he's still managing to find some good connections with the army and forcing his opponent back.
Yeah, I think this is still anyone's game at this point. Especially, you know, we're not watching pros, so a lot of mistakes can happen, and they're even in supply right now, so it does help TryChris that he's even back up on upgrades and is potentially going to take a lead with +3 attack starting now.
I would really love to see some backstab, not with Zealots. A little bit of a backstab with DTs around would be very nice. Trying to scout for potential more bases, try to get once more back into this mineral line. Those would be things that may turn the game into SewerBadger's favor. At this point though, with the addition of ghosts, we have the army from TryChris very strong and capable of killing his opponent if the EMPs are good.
I did just take a look at the tabs for both players though. It looks like both of these guys are F2ers though, which makes the run-bys a little more difficult. Oh, this is a tough fight for SewerBadger.
So we still don't have any scans. Finally we do have a scan, and the siege tanks finally work on the DTs, destroying most of the army for SewerBadger. And I think with this push going as well as it is, actually, siege tanks are left unprotected. Again, we
No scan! Scan! We need to scan!
we need
There it
scans,
is.
we need blink, we need people to do stuff
Wow.
with their units.
SewerBadger almost completely cleaning this up. Oh, the ball, no ball.
No
Dead ball.
Dead ball.
Okay, we have lots of zealots though. And tanks are gone now, so we can chase this army.
No more tanks, and marauders, as hard as they can try, they cannot kill that many zealots.
Run, zealots, run! There they go!
Those Nikes really coming clutch.
SewerBadger into the third base with some zealots, maybe. Oh,
Killing some of
don't
the
attack the
production.
barracks! Go for the workers!
I mean, better than nothing. Another engagement on the ramp, not really the most favorable position for melee units to attack into a choke point, but that's what we are doing, and that's how all the zealots were lost. The lost tab is... it's an interesting number. We've seen SewerBadger being so very inefficient with this army. What is this mass of sentries? Oh,
Yeah, this is a really interesting. SewerBadger just keeps transitioning to different style of gateway units. We had mass DTs, then we had mass zealots. Now we have mass
no,
sentry.
we're not transitioning. We're just adding them to each other. Now it's Zealot, Sentry, and DT. All
Oh,
in a...
storm has started! Storm has started! Let's go!
Funny little storm!
Oh, man.
Alright, let's see. These attacks...
Can SewerBadger stop this attack?
If TryChris forgets once more to scan, yes. If he
Oh, true.
remembers how to blink, again, possibly. Oh, my.
Scan! We need the scan! Oh, no!
Why are your Marines dying? I
Oh.
don't know. Maybe random
This
DTs?
could be it.
Still,
Scan for the win.
way too many units for SewerBadger to contend with, and I think this is the end for our SewerBadger.
It's gonna put Nocap on match point. No, 2 away
No.
still.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
SewerBadger, you managed to confuse us, so mission accomplished.
Good job.
But the win does not look like it's going to happen here.
I'm fairly confident that last clan war, he played on both sides because one of the players from Nocap had to retire. Sorry, not retire, just leave. And he managed to lose for both sides while playing very strange games. Why are you not getting out of the game though? It's absolutely lost. It's not like the opponent
Spirit.
will forget how to scan right now.
Do we have any High Templars? Storm in a Dream?
We do not.
We have 600 gas though. We could warp some in.
Yeah, we could.
Oh,
we could.
instead we're gonna warp in a bunch of zealots.
Yes, sure. Those are very good unit.
Into the main we go. Here for
67
Leo.
supply against 77. Sorry, against 146.
That cannon almost killed a full medevac.
Almost is not good enough though, as the base from SewerBadger gets.
Do we have a scan? Do we have a scan? Will we scan?
Will we scan? The answer is
Will we scan?
at least not until
There it is!
most of my marauders.
I think that should do it.
So the warp in because SewerBadger doesn't retreat. He just has
SewerBadger's-
full speed and it's forwards.
His army consists of 6 zealots. Alright, GG.
Oh my.